On this fantasy baseball video, we'll give you sneaky pickups heading into Week 5. I'm Alan Sislowski, here with RotoWire co-founder Jeff Erickson. Jeff, Tyler O'Neill, only 8% rostered. Talk to me about him.
Okay, just came off the IL, stepping into a Cardinals outfield that really needs the help and power and speed. He provides both. He's a risk for batting average. He does strike out a lot, but he's a very good athlete. This is his year to have a really big chance. Of course, he's got to stay on the field. You will suffer some in batting average. That's the one thing, the downside to him. But I added him in both of my NFBC main events this week. Tim Schuler and I share a team together, and we were both going in on him pretty hard. So we're happy to have him. We understand the risk that comes with it. But in a league where batting average is down across the board anyhow, it's worth it to go ahead and take that risk.
Is Adolis Garcia on the Rangers? Are you looking to pick him up?
Yeah, I did. I wonder if this is just a case where he gets pitched a little bit differently now that teams have to kind of realize that he can hit a fastball. He does also, like O'Neill, he does strike out a decent amount. But another guy that provides both power and speed, and he did this in the minors in 2019, you look for that sort of thing. He's not a young guy. He's a little bit older in terms of guys that just get their first chance. Older 20s. And so that sometimes that bodes well for immediate success. Maybe not so much in a keeper league, but this is a guy that can help you right now. Don't be surprised if he starts to hit a slump at some point just in terms of the strikeouts.
I love guys that are 10% rostered. How about Cole Irvin?
You know, he's pitching well for the A's right now. He's taking advantage of Mike Fiers' injury. He gets to start against the Rays this week, and then next week he gets 2 starts. If you want to start to look ahead, he gets the Rays again. And he also gets the Blue Jays. So it's Oakland's going to be very busy in the next 2 weeks. Irvin's getting a lot of chances to prove himself. We'll see what happens when Fiers comes back, but for now he's good use.
Ryan Weathers, his roster percentage keeps increasing. He's up to about 30%. Is this someone that we should be picking up?
Over Irvin and any of the other pitchers on this list, I think. First of all, he's with the Padres. Good team, good background. We had a fun series this past weekend against the Dodgers. But Dinelson Lumet is on the IL. There's some talk that he might come back sooner rather than later. But, after they babied him so much in spring training, only made it through two innings in his 1 start back before going back in the IL with forearm tightness. I suspect it'll be a while. So, and Weathers is a prospect in his own right. That's the thing. Compare that to Irvin, where not much was expected out of him going into the season. He was mentioned. He thought he had a chance to win a job. But, on the other hand, you look at Weathers, this is a guy that is someone that we're looking forward to seeing get a chance. He was working out of the bullpen first. Now he's in the rotation.
He may not be available in your league, but I've noticed that TJ Antone is still out there in plenty of leagues. What's your outlook on him for this coming week?
It's the question for Antone is always, what role is he going to have? When's he going to pitch? We don't know. That's the thing, is he's not a closer. He's not a starter. He's somewhere in between. They like to use him as a long reliever. And in this case, you think about him and you look at the Reds. They're facing the Dodgers this week. Are they going to have a lead for him to protect? They've been on a big swoon lately. But he's pitched well whenever asked, and other pitchers in the Reds bullpen have really struggled. He might take on a bigger role eventually. And even if he doesn't, he's throwing a lot of innings. He's getting a lot of Ks. There are worse things.
The last player I want to ask you about is Jake Diekman. Where are you on him?
Okay, so he's gotten 2 saves during the A's 13-game winning streak. He's not the primary closer. Lou Trevino is the closer. However, we've seen that there are times when Trevino might not be available, or Bob Melvin wants to use the lefty in a certain situation with certain batters coming up. He's a good pitcher. He was a great pitcher last year. Certain regression was expected, but he's pitching well again now, and he's going to sneak in and get a couple save chances here and there. If you're in a very deep league, in an AL-only league, for instance, he's definitely going to be rostered. And if you're in a deep, 15-team mixer, he's still useful too.
What player are you going to be most aggressive on in the waiver wire in Week 5?
Well, it was Tyler O'Neill. He was the guy I was most aggressive on. The other guy I got a little bit of is John Gant for the Cardinals too. Staying in their rotation for a while. Pitched very well against the Reds over the weekend. Picked him up in 2 places out of my 5 leagues that I had Sunday night in the NFBC format.
Try RotoWire free. Go to rotowire.com/try.